Hey everyone, it's Wes from Oaks Lab. Now we're on episode 9 of Ash playing through Let's Go Pikachu. Um, so, as I mentioned in the description of this video, a fun thing happened and I can't hear myself at all, which may be a good thing, ultimately, but it seems like I just did a test before coming on. It seems like the audio is still going through. I'm just going to be playing completely deaf. So, um, so that will be fun. Yeah, so we're going to be taking on Koga. And then, well, maybe first, I still have to build up a catch combo really quick, but we'll catch one of the last 2 Pokemon that we're going to be using for this run. So I actually, just before I started, I ran into one. Obviously, we're going to be going after Tauros, because that's the one Pokemon that you can find around here that Ash actually has access to. And I was so tempted to just catch it right then and there, but I was like, well, I want to be able to catch all of Ash's Pokemon on screen, so we'll do a catch combo first to try to see if we can get another Tauros to show up. I think we're going to target Venonat now that we've just caught one. You are not a Venonat. You are a board, and I am not going to catch you. And you're a tiny bird. You might be more common and easier to catch. Maybe we do Pidgey instead. I think that's a good idea. The other thing, too, is that we don't necessarily need to have a catch combo built up here. We can go somewhere else, build the catch combo up, and then come back here in a little while with a built-up catch combo. And then it's more likely that a Tauros is going to show up, and we're going to have a lot easier time catching Pokemon if we get them from like Route 1 or something. So I think what I'd like to do right now, I'm just going to pop into Fuchsia, and then we'll just fly back. We'll stop at the Pokemon Center really quick, and then fly back to like Pallet Town or something, so that we can get the catch combo built up, and then we can just fly directly here. I'm not going to go in there just yet. There's a fun little cutscene that I do want to do, but we're not going to do that quite yet. I'm also, once again, keeping my eye on the time. I really don't have long today, and I got done with work a little early today, at least for what I can do today. And I figured, oh, this would be a great time early in the afternoon. Pop on. I've got something going on at like 4:45 or something like that. But up until then, pretty open. And then all this audio stuff started happening with OBS and ate up a whole bunch of time. So I actually have a lot less time than I had initially intended to have, which makes me sad. But that's fine. We'll do what we can. If I have to split this up into a 2-parter and come back and keep streaming later on, that's an option too. Okay, so now that we are on the route, I'm going to get off of Charizard, because Charizard, as fast as it is, makes it a little bit difficult to navigate here. So, oh, birds, get back here. Okay. These will be pretty easy to catch. I say as I completely whiff. Jeez. Okay. So what we're shooting for is 11. If we can get 11 successful captures, that, I think, is usually all it takes to trigger rare spawns. Okay. As much as I would like to try to get Tauros in a Pokeball, Tauros, technically speaking, was not captured in a Pokeball by Ash. It was captured in Safari Balls. And those don't exist in this game, so I'm just going to use an Ultra Ball instead, because I don't want the dang thing to run away. So much for easy. There we go. So this is the part that is going to be tedious as heck. But that is quite alright. I'm just also going to pull the stream up here so that in case there's comments, I can still see them, because now that I know how to do full screen, I'm going to keep doing that. Oddish, you're not a Pidgey. You are a tiny radish. Little birds. There's one. Get over here. I think you're going to be number 3. And... that one's very jumpy. Pardon me, tiny bird. You're making this much more difficult than it needs to be. I promise you'll be right back here in a little while. Just as soon as I catch enough of you to be able to easily find a Tauros. Oh, you're number 4. Well, that's cool. It's already farther along than I thought. Rattata, you're a Rattata. It's a... oh. Well, it's good to see you. However, I'm not after you, I'm after the bird. I really do hope for Legends ZA to bring at least Pidgeot back. I mean, assuming that they will, since Mega Evolution's coming back. I don't know if I've talked much about that on the stream just yet. There's not really anything to talk about as far as Legends ZA is concerned. There's a lot of starter speculation, which would be cool. I have not really been following any leaks or rumors or anything like that, because every single time I do, I get disappointed. But the one that I found interesting was the Riddler Coup guy that tends to be fairly, I guess he's fairly credible, but I don't know for sure. He hasn't really been active recently, other than I think there was a post somewhere where he just said 3, 5, and 8, which would probably be in reference to the starters and the generations that they're from. So I would really like to see Actually, any of those Pokemon would be fine. Any of the Pokemon from those starter groups would be fine. I'm personally very partial towards Trico and Tepig. And Sobble, I don't know. I like Sobble a lot. I don't like Inteleon very much. I like its concept. I just, it's not my favorite design ever. Certainly. Oh, are you kidding me? You are not going to run from me, little Pidgey. This is not the deal that we made. I'm going to run from you. So I managed to get away from that, so I should still have a good streak. That was a little too close for comfort, though. I mean, I'm getting excellent throws with Pokeballs. I mean, I know they're Pokeballs, but, like... Still, you know, you would think that wouldn't be too big of a deal. Okay, yep, we kept our streak. We're still on track to being able to find a Tauros. I think a lot of people would really like to see for Legends ZA. I know a lot of people want to see, well, they want to see Snivy, which would make sense. It's based on French nobility. And Empoleon also would be kind of cool, based on Napoleon Bonaparte. And then Fire, I haven't really seen any fire types that I like all that much that were suggested. Torchic was brought up because it's the national symbol of France, or the national bird, or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I'm really not as cultured as I would like to be. But Torchic is fine. It already has a Mega Evolution, which would be a little bit strange, especially if they were going to give new forms to whatever starters show up in Legends ZA. I really like the idea of Trico, Tepig, and Sobble. Wait, what was I doing now? Oh, I was trying to check my catch streak. And I think out of those three, I would probably take Tepig. Although Trico would make it very difficult. Oh, I was looking for a lure. That's what I was doing. All I have is a max lure. That should be okay. I don't think I'll be running around so much that I lose out on the effect. And that might mean that Tauros shows up even more. Oh, this one has a yellow ring. It's different. I didn't check what level it was. Maybe it'll... Does it show that? Yeah, it's level 5. Most things around here are like 2 or 3. So that might be why it has the yellow ring. Okay, so there's 10. One more, and Tauros should be a little bit easier to find. But so long as ZA brings back Pidgeot, I will be very happy. Pidgeot, like I mentioned at one other point, I think I mentioned it anyway, but Pidgeot's my favorite Pokemon of Ash's, certainly from his original team. And Dragonite's my overall favorite, and then if they brought back Rattata on top of Pidgeot for Legends ZA, I would just be over the moon if It would be immediate 11 out of 10 best game just for those two. Alright, so now that we have a small army of Pidgeys, we should be able to pop onto Route 15, and Tauros, it probably won't show up right away, but it should be a little easier to find. There's a Chansey. I'm gonna stand... Oh, that's a Venomoth. Hello there. What big eyes you have. All the better to sleep powder you with. That's a Chansey. I think whenever there's a chance for a rare spawn, I think there always has to be a Chansey on screen somewhere. I thought I remembered reading that. There was a Tauros that popped out of this grass here. I guess we'll find out. It would be really great if I could hear anything, because if I could hear, then if a Tauros popped up just off screen, I would hear it. But since I can't hear anything, maybe this is Mr. Mime's fault. Mr. Mime usually has soundproof, so maybe it's Mimey's fault. Mimey, are you responsible for this? Don't change the subject. You clapped when I asked you that question. Alright, I'll ask you again. Are you responsible? Mimey. Yep, this is all Mimey's fault. Clearly, he's the one to blame for my inability to hear my own audio. Okay. And right now I still have the max lure going. I don't know if I can reasonably count on that having any kind of effect. Especially because now I am going to be running back and forth quite a bit. Hopefully not bumping into Pidgeotos or Chanseys like I just did. But that's kind of the nature of the beast, I suppose. Honestly, I should have just caught the Tauros that popped up before the stream started. Now, I'm just not going to find one for a really long time. I think they also appear on Route 14, so I don't have to just stay in these small strips of grass. This is kind of the sort of thing I was hoping to avoid. Oh, well, speaking of other things I was trying to avoid, alright, what do you have? Rowlet. Shouldn't be too hard. We'll just do a little Psychic and toss it off into the bushes over there. And another Growlithe. I'm assuming a third. we're just gonna keep sending these poor Growlithe back into the bushes. Okay, one more. Then we can get back. Hopefully a Tauros will have shown up. If not, I might just take on the gym without it. Because it is, 4:10. I've only got like 20 minutes. I'll run down this route once more. Maybe I'll go past you. Okay, so unless something pops up, either in the grass there, or in the grass on my way back through, something specifically Tauros shaped, I'll just head into the gym and we'll grab Tauros another time. I might end up having to do it off camera. Ash had to, because that episode was banned. Which I imagine, had I been more actively watching the anime at the time, I was already fairly confused as to where those Tauros came from, but I think I'd probably be even more confused if I was like watching it at the time. I was like, oh, where did Ash get all those Tauros from? Alright, well, here's the fun little cutscene I was mentioning earlier. Oh, sure. Pikachu finds a Tauros. But I can't. At least not on camera. I've always loved how the fossil you don't pick ends up here. It was like that in the original games too, which was really, really neat. Alright, we're gonna talk to this guy so that we can surf. Yes, you have a very old Lapras. That's very cool. It can't swim like it used to. Which is very sad. But I have a baby Lapras, so we will be fine. Yes, Pikachu definitely wants to learn how to surf. Alright, and now we can go across water. Oh, and we get to keep the surfboard, which, where are we even going to put that? Like, where is that going to go? I have no idea how we're going to hold on to a surfboard. Then again, I also don't know how, for 20 plus years, Pokemon trainers carried around full-on bikes in their backpacks. That never made any sense. Alright, so there's one hidden technique. Oh, another thing is happening. There's a lot going on in Fuchsia City, man. Oh, they're complaining about replacing the Safari Zone with the Go Park that links this game up to Pokemon Go. I'm not happy about that either, Jesse. I hate to say it. I would have much preferred a Safari Zone, but then again, this whole game is kind of a Safari Zone. Kicked something really hard. It is teeth! She found just some dude's teeth. buried in the sand. And then this was another thing that was hidden in the safaris originally. And no need to battle them, so Pikachu's not completely exasperated. Oh, was it this guy? Aha, there you are. You are the guy that needs the teeth. It would have been really cool if they'd animated this guy to actually have gold teeth, though. Oh, but we get the Safari set. And Strength, which in this game is just called Strong Push. Oh, I never noticed this line of text before. You grit your teeth as hard as you can, if you've got them. Then just let her rip. Oh, that's great. I can't believe that I completely glossed over that in my first playthrough of this. Yes, a very clever Pikachu. So we're going to push this out of the way. Oh, sorry, get you here. Hi, friend. And we get a nugget. Thanks, Diglett. Alright, let's put this back. I'm sure Diglett wants his privacy. Alright, one more thing we can do. I'll get that item at some point. I think this is probably our third lap around the Pokemon Center at this point. Before going into the gym. Honestly, the gym really shouldn't take me all that long to do. I will heal up after the one battle against the Growlithe lady, though. So we'll heal up, and then there's a dude over... Oh, wait. This isn't mirrored, so I'm not gesturing the right way. That way. Who will teach us the next special move that Pikachu can use during this run. Oh, I can get Zippy Zap back here too. But for now, we're going to use Splishy Splash, which is the names for these moves, I tell you. Alright, so now, at least until we challenge the Pokemon League, we can use this nice water-type substitute for Surf. I actually forgot where to get Surf in this game. Splishy Splash is nice because it has a chance to paralyze. It's, I think, same base power, or close. No, I don't think it's the same. Maybe it is. I don't remember Surf's base power offhand. Well, either way, this is basically Surf, but better. Which is marginally upsetting. Alright, here we go, up against Koga. And now for this gym, it is a Nuzlocker's worst nightmare, which is why more people don't Nuzlocke this game, I think. But you need to catch 50 different species, which I have already done, just in the course of off-screen training and accepting gift Pokemon and things. So I was thinking that I was going to need to do a lot more running around before I could take this gym on. I have done this puzzle a number of times, but there are just some trainers you can't get away from. So yeah, I'm gonna at least try to get to Koga. Mimey should just be able to blast us through this entire gym. I still gotta figure out who I'm taking off for this gym battle. It's probably not going to be Mimey. Mimey is gonna stay on the team. Oh, that sucks though. That's no fun. I don't know if I have any full heals or anything of the like. I don't trust that a Dazzling Gleam will do the trick. I don't want to use Psychic too much though, because if I do too much of that, we won't have enough Psychics to throw around when we actually get to Koga. Alright, and there's a Beedrill. But using Mr. Mime here is kind of dangerous, just because it's weak to everything in here, as much as it is strong to everything in here. Okay, I think I'll pull Pikachu from the team, even though it just learned a new move. No, that's not what I wanted to do. We don't have time for this right now. Glad you're excited, but... Oh, I do have full heals. Okay. Very cool, very cool. Did I temporarily teach Haunter Psychic yet? Because if not, I think I'm gonna. It's not gonna keep it permanently. We've got other moves that it does need to know. But for now, I'm taking off Dark Pulse. I almost said Shadow Pulse. That's not a thing. Shadow Pulse does not exist. And then I think I'm going to put Haunter in the front. I think we're going to take off... Yeah. I think we're going to take off Pikachu and Pidgeot for this battle. Oh, sorry, guys. Just for this one, you're going to take a back seat. You're so close! No! Okay. Edgar getting in my way. This is one of those poison types that can get crunch, isn't it? I guess we'll find out, or not. That's not is also an option that we can do. I mean, I'm fine with Haunter just dropping these guys. He didn't get to do much in the last gym battle, so if we just give him a chance to drop these fools before we even get to Koga, I'll be happy. Alright, and one more Psychic. Oh, that didn't work! Now, Haunter is paralyzed. Nobody liked that. I know you can get Crunch, though. You don't have to use Poison Shadow. Okay, well, we got through that close to unscathed. Oh, now Lapras is learning Surf naturally. That's cool. I was wondering how I was going to get that. Gotta get rid of Ice Shard, unfortunately. I really would like to keep it. It is such a good move. But, unfortunately, that's just not something that we are going to keep. Okay. No, I don't need to use a max repel. I need to use my last full heal. Okay, where's the door? There it is. Saw it. There it is. Huh! Okay. We made it to Koga. Good. With about 5 minutes, maybe 10 to spare. I don't imagine this battle's going to take that long, though. Although this Shadow Clone Jutsu might prolong things a bit. I don't like it when Pokemon use Double Team. I like it less when people do. Okay. Let's see what you got, Koga. I mean, I basically know what you've got. But anyway. So we got Psychic. Protect! I forgot you like to use Protect. Works better when you actually poison something first, though. Oh! Okay. I mean, Weezing's got pretty good special defense, though, so I guess that shouldn't be too surprising. But I'm not going to use Psychic again on it. Because I don't want to waste the Psychic PP that we've got. Alright, there's one. Okay, Venomoth. I don't think you're faster than Haunter. You are faster than Haunter. And you have Psychic. Well, Haunter actually got a KO this time. Can't really complain about that. Alright, let's get Charizard some action. And Protect again. Remember how I said this battle wasn't going to probably take all that long? It's taken a while. I am not particularly pleased. Oh man, if you had gotten that double Protect, I would have been so irate. Alright, there goes Venomoth. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Muck! I don't like this thing. I don't like this thing at all. I know what it does. It does minimize. And the Toxic. It's just... It's not fun. It's not fun to go against. Especially when you're on a bit of a time crunch. Alright. So you're gonna get off your Toxic. That's fine. I can live with that. However, I don't want you... Are you serious? Well... This is highly unfortunate. Oh, that's less unfortunate. The power of friendship comes through. Okay. So, I know it's got good special defense. But, if we manage to burn it, that would be great. It hasn't minimized yet. Which, gotta admit, bit of a shocker. Oh, maybe Koga's Muck in this game just doesn't use minimize. Wouldn't that be something? Well, it doesn't need to with strategy like this. Ugh. Hate it. Hate it so much. Honestly, I don't even like using Toxic Protect all that much. Unless I absolutely have to. Okay, Muck is down. That's the one I was most worried about. And Charizard got rid of the poison again. This game is just full of shenanigans. Okay. One more flamethrower might be the end of Charizard. Oh, and we get a burn. Look at that. Well, I think I'm just going to switch in Lapras. Give Lapras a chance to do some battling. Pull that down. May go up again. I actually have no idea what this Golbat is going to do. Yep, it's going to keep using Fly. Okay. So up it goes. Get some burn chip. That's nice. And that's game over. One Ice Beam, the only move we ever saw Lapras use in the anime. Golbat's down, that's badge number 5. I was hoping to get Tauros before this, but, you know, like I said, Tauros is a tough Pokemon to find. So we're going to have to do that in between this and the next episode. Oh, and we get Toxic. That may or may not come in handy for our last Pokemon that we can catch. Despite me just saying I don't like using the Toxic strategy. It's completely overjoyed. Yeah, me too, because we actually got done in a reasonable time. Okay. So I'm getting out of the gym. And I have a thing that I need to go to. So, we'll save up here and call it good for the time being. So if you're watching this in the future, thank you for watching this in the future. I'm Wes from Oaks Lab, and I will see you guys on the next episode. All right, God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.